Welcome to the Seminarian Convos podcast.
In this podcast, we share what we've learned on our theological journey as both Independent Baptists and Southern Baptists. Happy New Year! This is the first podcast that we have been able to sit down and record in January of 2022, and we wanted to share with you in this just brief bonus episode about a party that we went to on New Year's Eve.
Yes, we did. It was the RFP Meetup in Fort Worth.
RFP stands for Recovering Fundamentalist Podcast, one of the podcasts that we have listened to for a while, and they actually have a Facebook group, and through that we found out about the meetup in Fort Worth.
Yeah, when we went there, we did not know a single person, but I didn't feel weird at all. In fact, we walked in, we did not know a single person. We put our food down, and it wasn't maybe a minute later, I leaned over to you, Rebecca, and I whispered into your ear, I said, "Honey, I feel right at home here."
Yeah, as soon as we even got in line for food, somebody started talking to us, and we started swapping stories. Lots of people there from Hyles-Anderson College, and let me tell you, they had some interesting stories to share.
I know, right? That's crazy. I'm so glad I didn't go there.
Yeah, I think there was a few different colleges. I never had considered Hyles-Anderson, but yeah, I'm thankful that I did not go there.
If you're a Hyles grad and you're listening to this, you are in my prayers.
It's a great thing when you can swap stories with people that have a similar background, because you start to realize that you are not weird, you are not an oddball. There's lots of people that went through similar circumstances that you did, and it does feel awkward when you step outside of the Independent Baptist bubble and you start to get to know Christianity at large and the real world, so to speak. Especially if you grew up Christian school or homeschooled and you stayed within that circle, and then you went off to Bible college, and then you worked for a ministry, you never really were out.
I enjoyed the fact that when you share stories like that and there's so much overlap and there's so much that you identify with, they are your family.
They really are. They understand better than even blood relatives a lot of times. And there's just an immediate connectivity and camaraderie, and you can laugh about the same things, and you understand whether they went to the same Bible college or, church or anything. It's just a very similar background, and you have a lot of good laughs together.
It's refreshing, too, because so many of the times when we share stories, or sometimes I'm just thinking in my head, it's like, am I crazy for feeling like this? And then, when we're sharing stories, someone else, I'm like, yes, good. It's good to know that I'm not the only one that thought that was weird or something.
Exactly. And it makes you grateful, too, because sometimes there's people that have crazier stories than you do, and you realize, okay, well, my life was pretty good.
The venue I really liked, too. Whoever came up with that venue and scheduled it, thank you so much. The venue was great. It was great for kids. We have a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 1-year-old. They had a blast. They came back and slept 12 hours, and they were out like rocks. They did not sleep so well in a very long time. They haven't.
That's true. They were running around, having a good time, making friends, really enjoyed it. And even the 1-year-old, I was a little worried about him, but he did great wandering around and didn't really get into too much mischief.
Yeah, he only got into the toilet once.
But all the kids were great. I had 2 little girls run out, "Your baby's playing in the potty." The one door I did not shut, he found.
If you are ever near an RFP meetup, you need to go.
Even if you wouldn't consider yourself a part of that group or anything, it's just a great time of fellowship, and you'll have a great time.
Yeah, it's awesome. You're going to meet a bunch of good people. You can, get to know each other. And the cool thing is you're all local, so you can schedule more stuff like that in the future. You can talk about, hey, what are some good churches in the area? It was funny talking to people. It was like, oh, so are you out? Are you in? We've been out 3 months. We've been out 2 months, And there was a couple people where we're trying to work our way out right now. And it was just interesting, the whole dynamic. There's everybody from people that have been out for a long time and people that are trying to work their way out.
Exactly, and it helps and encourages everybody, because the ones that are trying to get out or just got out, sometimes need some encouragement. They have some questions. How did you handle this, that, or the other? And the people that have been out for a while can encourage people. It does get better from here. Here's some great experiences we've had at new churches that we've gone to, new ministries we've been part of, different things like that. And it's a great time of fellowship. And I don't think that there was a negative spirit there. It was just lots of laughs, lots of encouragement, good friendships built, and it was just an all-around great time.
So anytime you're close to an RFP meetup, go. And for everybody that was there, just a quick shout out to you all. Thank you for an awesome time.